I mean, that was truly one of the. I mean, Nathan Fitch, highly respected in the area, a fixture of Absolute Action MMA, if not in the ring, then cage side, because the great, all the great talents from Son of Siam. What did you think when you saw Ricco Ralston pull that off?
Well, Nathan Fitch, a trainer of some, fantastic champions inside of Absolute Action MMA throughout the years, and when he made his MMA debut and he was victorious, then he comes back and faces a guy like Ralston. Ralston, didn't have a whole lot of people cheering his name in the arena that night, and he came in looking in phenomenal shape as he appears tonight. Look at this guy; he's like a superhero. He comes out in the cage and he's just in fantastic shape, and he's going to have his hands full though. Stuff to see.
Ralston is a specimen. Kind of surprising to me that Tony Parker is out here, but he's not accompanied by Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, or Greg Popovich, or the rest of the San Antonio Spurs. I'm getting word that is a different Tony Parker. I'd like to apologize.
No, this Tony Parker is being escorted by Dom Steele, who just had a spectacular victory in the UFC
I'm pretty
sure, just a couple of weeks ago.
Pretty sure Dom Steele can beat up Greg Popovich.
Knockout of the night in his last UFC fight.
$50,000. Dom, come over and say hi to us. Write us a check, please. Main event.
Tony Parker, he's never backed down from a tough fight. He's fought some tough opponents before. But, I really do feel a lot of people don't know what Ricco Ralston can bring to the table, but I look for this to be a serious test for Tony Parker. And Ricco Ralston, he plans on winning here.
I remember when I was doing my research for the Ricco Ralston-Nathan Fitch fight, and I think and I could be wrong, my memory may not serve me right, that Ralston had 2 losses going into that. I remember the first thing that I asked myself after that was, who were the 2 guys that beat Ricco Ralston?
Right.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. One, he's a specimen. Again, much like Muhammad Abdullah, look at him. He has tunnel vision. He has not taken his eyes off of Tony Parker since the moment that Parker walked out through the curtain.
This is Absolute Action MMA, and this is your main event of the evening. A pro fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first in the red corner. He stands 6'1", weighing 185 pounds. Fighting out of Waverly, Tennessee. He represents Waverly MMA with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses. Ricco, the Stealth Bomber, Ralston!
Look at the look on Ralston's face.
That's
very intimidating.
Fighting out of the blue corner,
it's the tunnel vision I keep talking about.
6 foot tall, weighing 185 pounds. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He represents Vision MMA with a record of 12 wins, 12 losses. This is Tony Hot and Ready Parker.
I am ready for this fight.
A lot of support here for Hot and Ready Tony Parker.
Tony Parker, Ricco Ralston, 3 rounds, Absolute Action, MMA, 45 main event, and we are underway.
Ooh.
Man, Ricco Ralston has some powerful kicks, and he eats a lot of punches.
Look at this. Tony Parker closing the distance, goes for a single leg. Ralston ain't having it.
Yeah, Ralston shook that off with ease. Look at the legs of Ralston. Holy cow.
Look at the pace these guys are setting right out the gate as well.
And there comes the first sick leg kick from Ralston. Parker, unfazed, continues to move forward with a good combo of punches. And I'm not talking a 1-1-2 or a 1-2-3-4 combo. I'm talking 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 until he gets tired and takes Ralston down. And this is Parker's territory.
Yeah, this is not where Ricco Ralston wants to be in this fight. Right now, half guard position for Tony Parker, but he's going to be looking to improve his position. And then once he does, he can beat you from places you never thought, you never saw it coming. I've seen it do it to many fighters throughout his professional career. And many times here in the Absolute Action MMA cage.
Yeah, he has a very, very slick submission game. Ralston looks content to remain on his back, not working to his hips. He can't really hip out to his left side because the cage is there unless he wants to walk up it. But he does have that left side open as Parker works from the half guard. But it looks like Parker's looking to try to move in and mount.
Parker's putting his weight on him. He's working on trying to get that leg out of half guard. But Ralston's got him tied up.
Yeah, I would imagine the referee will stand these two up momentarily. 3 minutes remain in this round.
It's kind of a stalemate position. However, you know, it's a position I think Tony Parker is very happy to be in at this moment. You know, he might seem to be having a hard time getting his leg out of half guard, but this is definitely where Tony Parker wants to be. You'll think he doesn't have good position, and then Tony Parker will prove you wrong.
Yeah, I can't remember the precise submission that I saw. I believe it was in August. He calls
it the hot and ready.
Yeah, it was the last time you and I called a card together. He pulls submissions out of nowhere.
Very unorthodox submission fighters, Tony Parker. And a wealth of experience on his side as well. He's been fighting as a professional for a long time, all over the Midwest and the East Coast.
1 minute 45 seconds remain in this opening round. Parker having his way with Ralston on the ground.
Referee Chris Kingman allowing the fight to go on here on the ground.
Don't forget, you can text EASY AAMMA to 313131 for the latest information from Absolute Action Promotions. Oh, Parker was briefly going for that top wrist lock.
You know, they've been in this position for a while, and Parker has not been able to improve his position from, you know.
Now he's starting to land. Well, he landed one strike, landing a couple more, but they've been in this position for about 4 minutes.
Oh, and tries to pass there. He gets the leg out of half guard.
Ralston trying to pull his right leg over. But
here we go, side control for Tony Parker.
30 seconds remaining in the round.
Seconds left here as we end round number 1 in this.
Hey, that's it for round 1. We got 2 more rounds scheduled in our main event. Ricco Ralston and Tony Hot and Ready Parker.
Ricco Ralston looks exactly as he did going into the first round. No man either worse for wear, although Tony Parker looks a little more tired, but that was a long time to keep that position. 4 minutes he stayed on top of Ralston.
Yeah, and it's got to be frustrating for Ralston. You know, he knows he's down around now, and maybe, you know, he may be thinking about changing his strategy going into the second. Ralston definitely looks no worse for wear.
All right, headed into round number 2 in our main event. Let's get the fighters fired up. Make some noise!
Here we go, round number 2 in this, the main event of Absolute Action MMA 45.
The energy of both men is going to be interesting in this second round. And Ralston with those beautiful kicks, and Parker throws a nice leg kick of his own.
Parker, throughout this fight, when it's standing up, he wastes no time closing the distance, staying in close to Ricco Ralston, trying to not give him the space to throw those kicks.
Power double from Tony Parker as Ricco Ralston spun around. Just magnificent by Tony Parker to read that and land the power double.
You cannot throw those high kicks with a guy like Tony Parker. He will seize the opportunity and get you to the ground where he wants you to be.
Tony Parker working from side control.
Trying to pass. Ricco Ralston not having it.
And this is the position that Parker had Ralston in for the majority of round one.
Yeah, Ralston has got to figure out a way to improve his position. Elbows here. He's got to watch the back of the head, though.
And the two actually laughing about the strike to the back of the head.
Yeah, both these guys, top of the food chain, just tough guys.
Parker's mouth guard is halfway out right now.
Oh, and Parker passing into full mount. And this is not where Ricco Ralston wants to be right now.
Parker looking to separate. Ralston trying to not allow that. Oh, nice. Nice by Ricco Ralston to get out of the mount.
But Parker right back on him.
That was...
He's got a foot in half guard here, Sean, but he's just almost in great position.
Parker has been dominant from the top.
With this foot in between the legs of Ralston, kind of limits what he can go for.
It's indicative of Ralston's power that he was just able to just hop up like that.
And here we go, full mount again for Tony Parker. The cage in the way of him going for his signature hot and ready submission here.
And this wasn't something we saw a lot of out of Ricco Ralston. He knocked out Nathan Fitch on the feet, and we didn't see his ground game. And Parker delivering that elbow. Again, they are legal in our pro fights, not in our amateur fights.
Great position here for
Ralston
Tony
trying
Parker.
to walk up the cage.
Ralston trying to control the posture of big Tony Parker.
Parker rolling over. He was trying to go for an arm triangle.
It looks like he's got it.
Ralston
choking there, but not quite under the chin.
Ralston needs to answer the phone, as they say. Put his left.
Well, he just
pops his head out.
And now in the guard is Ricco Ralston.
That's an incredibly hard submission to pull off from the bottom, anyway. But now Ralston has a minute and a half to work on top of Parker, if he can retain the position. Parker is dangerous on the ground almost no matter where he is.
Yeah, but there's a lot that has not been seen from Ricco Ralston here in the Absolute Action MMA cage.
I almost wonder if Parker would be better off. He's willing to sit here, and Ralston has those thunderous kicks. Doesn't look tired at all. If I'm Ralston, I'm testing out things on the feet, and oh my gosh. Right in the gonads.
Yeah, and Tony Parker wasting no time to say ouch. He's got
on the bright side,
he's got a full 5 minutes here to recover if he chooses to take it.
On the bright side, Ricco Ralston may be pegged to replace Mike Nugent for the Bengals kicking position now.
Don't quit your day job, Seth.
This is my day job, Turtle. Listen, I just want to win a playoff game, Turtle. That's it.
Parker taking some time here. He's got up to 5 minutes if he wants.
I'm going to switch seats here so I don't have such a unique view of Tony Parker recovering.
Parker back up to his feet.
He's still feeling it, though.
He's not going to rush it.
And I mean, If you had me make a list of absolute action MMA competitors that I would least want to get kicked between the legs by, Ricco Ralston's probably top 5.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Hard-hitting analysis from Sean Ross Sapp and Turtle here at Absolute Action.
Yeah, he's in
MMA 45.
Ralston's in great shape, and you know what's got to be going through Parker's mind is here. He's got to take a few minutes, but you know Ralston is also getting fresher by the second.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the guy. The dude's probably got top-notch cardio. He's probably secretly one of the X-Men, and but now he's got times to think about what he wants to do next year. You know, in this round.
Well, he probably wants to come after you for exposing him as a mutant.
Yeah. Getting his breathing correct here. And here we go. We're back underway. The guys touch gloves. Round number 2, Absolute Action MMA 45's main event.
45,
Tony Parker.
45 seconds left in the round for Ralston to get to work because he still may not have won this round.
Ooh, it's a Superman punch attempt there by Parker. Front kick by Ricco Ralston.
You don't see Ralston throw many punches, actually.
And he has no fear in throwing those kicks, knowing that Parker could go try to take him down at any time. See, there we go again. Ralston does not fear the takedown.
Those are some beautiful kicks and stuffs. Well, it looked like he stuffed the takedown, but Parker manages to get his back and drive him to the mat. And Parker stole it. Well, I wouldn't say stole this round, but solidified this round.
All right, that concludes round 2. We got one more round to go in this absolute action.
Ricco Ralston is probably going to come out like a slaughterhouse in round 3, I would imagine, because by all accounts he may be down 2 rounds to none.
Here's the thing. Parker's up 2 rounds here, and, you know, there's no reason for him to quit doing what he's doing.
Absolutely.
His game plan is winning this fight for him. On the other hand, Ricco Ralston has got to start maybe rethinking his game plan and think about coming in here with a different strategy into this 3rd round because what he's doing is not working. Now, granted, if one of those kicks lands with the power behind it, it could be a bad night for Tony Parker. And a finish could be what Ricco Ralston needs here in order to win this fight. But I would be very curious as to what the corner of Ricco Ralston is saying to him going into this 3rd round.
Final round, are you ready?
And we're underway for round 3, our main event, Absolute Action, MMA 45. I do think Ricco Ralston needs a finish here, and I do think that he knows it. If I were him, I'd keep my distance, throw some strikes, stay away from clinch range, and it didn't happen. And
again,
Parker pushed.
There is no reason for Tony Parker to change his game plan in this fight. He can keep doing what he's doing and take home the W. Ralston, on the other hand, has got to do something different here in this 3rd round if he wants to win this fight.
Ralston is trying to dig in underhooks to work the arms of Parker up, break the grip that Parker has, but he can't do it. And Ralston's on his back again.
Ralston almost posting with his arm on that takedown. Very dangerous.
So this is a major weakness of Ralston that's been exposed after that huge win over Nathan Fitch.
Well, you know, Tony Parker is top of the food chain, man. You know, in this area around here, you don't want to be rolling with Tony Parker on the ground. He's finished a lot of top guys on the ground. So it's not a testament. This is not a testament to Ralston's lack of a ground game, as much as it is Tony Parker's excelling with his
Parker really needs to explode here, and he tried to off the cage, but wasn't able to do that. Parker kept his weight on him so well.
Side control here. Parker could be sizing him up here. I've seen this before, Sean. I've seen this. We could be moments away from a hot and ready.
Practically has him in a crucifix position. He's working that knee. He's working that left knee up around the head of Ricco Ralston. He's setting something up.
Well, a lot of times he has these guys thinking he's setting up for a Kimura, and then the next thing you know, he finishes them with his signature hot and ready move that a lot of times guys do not see coming.
Yeah, that double wrist lock
Back
to
in the
Kimura
side
is
control.
a beautiful setup for so many things.
You know, Tony Parker could just keep doing what he's doing here and win this fight, but I know this guy. I know the way he thinks, and he wants to win this fight with a finish.
Yeah, Parker
He wants to finish Ralston here in this third round.
And Parker with some sick knees to the body of Ralston.
Tony Parker asking Dom Steele in his corner how much time is left on the clock.
2:30 left in this round. Uh-oh.
Interesting positions
Parker
here.
was working out of the north-south, had to move to side.
Parker wants
Parker
a finish
could easily
here.
take mount here.
Well, nothing's going to be easy with Ricco Ralston. And, you know, a lesser fighter would have already been finished by Tony Parker in his third round. However, Parker is looking for something here. He's looking for a way to finish this fight.
Yeah, Ricco Ralston's one of those guys that whether it's second one of round one or 4:59 of round three, has the athleticism and the power to spring up and kick your head off and end the fight. And that's got to be something that Tony Parker is aware of.
A minute and a half left in this third and final round. And if Tony Parker's going to go for a finish, let's go for it soon. Ralston, though.
Ralston back up to his feet. And quickly put on his back.
But again, he may be quickly put on his back, but he's in a better position than he was before. I mean, he's got Parker in his guard. Less chance of getting finished, but no better of a chance of winning this fight.
And Ralston has 1 minute left to make something happen.
Parker over into his own corner now.
Yeah, exactly where he wants to be.
10 seconds left in this.
That is not right. There are 40 seconds left in this fight. I don't know who did that, but there are 40 seconds left in this fight. Wow. There is an issue with the timer. We still have a clock going here.
All right, that concludes this fight.
That says
Time
30.
is out, and hand it over to our judges. We'll have that decision for you here.
That is unusual.
in just
There
a
are 30
moment.
seconds
Anyone
left on
that's
this
taking
clock.
I
photographs
think it might be a
tonight,
clock
please
issue.
tag them
Yeah, I think so.
to the Facebook page for Absolute Action MMA.
But, you know,
we invite you to like our page, then you'll know
As
how all
frustrating
the
as that fight might have been for Ricco Ralston, a win for Tony Parker, it appears. But you know, I think there was some frustration there for Tony Parker in his
definitely.
being unable to finish Ricco Ralston.
Definitely.
So,
All right, I have the decision. All three judges scored the bout 30-27. For the winner of this fight, from the blue corner, Tony Hunt and Reddy Parker.
Dominant win from Tony Parker. We'll take it inside the cage with Turtle to talk to our main event winner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, hot and ready, Tony Parker. Tony, another W for you tonight against a tough opponent. You controlled the fight, it seemed like start to finish, but no one hadn't seen you fight before. I think there was some frustration there, and looking at that finish, you weren't able to win the finish. Tell me, what was the game plan going into this fight?
The game plan was to be take out. He's wild. About a 10 on the stage, so I felt that greatly. It feels pretty good right now. But yeah, it was very I thought it was strong. Holy shit, so strong, man. Every time I check my game, this he just going to be one arm, so
You have had some of the most impressive submission finishes I have ever seen in this cage or any other. I was looking forward to seeing it tonight. What's next for you for Tony Parker in 2016?
A lot of fun on the East Coast. Something I don't know about me back here. It's getting late in my career, and I got some fun finishes throughout the East. But if it's right now, I can come along. Yeah, I got my friends and things back here.
Well, I look forward to seeing you compete every single time. Tony Parker on Vision MMA. They got some pillars in Vision MMA. I look forward to seeing you compete every time. Congratulations, man, on a fantastic book.
Thank you.
I've been fighting for 10 years, and I just got married in December, and my wife's always on my ass, so I like to appreciate Amanda, my wife, for helping out with everything and cooking me the nasty food. And now maybe she'll be off my back right here. Thank you.
You guys make some noise for Hot and Ready, Tony Parker. All right, thanks for coming out tonight. Make sure you get your voucher for 50% off for the return of Absolute Action MMA in April. Don't forget this coming January 29th, Friday, Absolute Action MMA, well, it's Absolute Action Boxing. On Friday, January 29th. We will see you all then. Like us on Facebook. Drive safely. Good night!
Again, Absolute Action Boxing, January 29th here at the BB&T Arena. Absolute Action MMA returns for their 6-year anniversary in April. Thank you for joining us for Absolute Action MMA 45. A great night of fights. Tony Parker victorious in our main event, saying that he may be wrapping up.